Watch out, he's got a gun! That's when you hit the deck, kids. Kids and cadets. Welcome to the final level, which I don't expect to be any good. But whatever, who cares, right? Doesn't matter if the final level's good. What matters is that I'm playing it right now. I'm scratching myself all over. Oh my goodness! Where did he come from? Where the hell did this man come from? Jesus. You're just gonna start the first room off with a freaking cyber demon? Ooh. Ouchie baba. Now that's one spicy meatball. And that's just... Ooh. I must have... Oh wow, all 6 keys, huh? That's... Oh, and there's a whole... Oh no, this is gonna have a big... This is gonna have the final countdown. And all that kind of jazz. Get out of here. You know, Steal the Defenses was kind of cute the first time, but over time I started to realize that it just doesn't hold up to scrutiny anymore. So get the fuck out of here, thank you. Your cooperation has hereby been noted. I want my yellow key and I want to go home. Why is the elevator button all the way over there? That's really confusing and requires some, like, advanced thinking. Oh, this isn't regular thinking. This is advanced thinking. Which is like advanced min-maxing, where you have to get those ridiculously rare upgrades that you've never even heard about until you played that particular section, and someone said that if you don't get that upgrade, you might as well not bother showing up to work that week. Ow, where the hell did you come from? Listen, sir, I appreciate that you're showing up to work on time today, but that doesn't mean that you can't just come in without punching in, you know? Like, at the end of the day, the time you register is your punch-in time, which has nothing to do with when you actually walk in through the front door. Just saying, you might want to visit the punch-in clock and tell everyone you've arrived over being whatever this is. Which is on time but unregistered. Just saying, man, manager's gonna kick your ass over this, and I'm not gonna cover for you. Yeah, oh no. I thought it was gonna be an Archvile, because he had that sporadic fast movement pattern that you usually see in Archviles. I like how I can tell it's an Archvile purely by the movement on the map. That's cute. Anyway, today we had a perfect opportunity to play D&D, and we didn't, because every single person I know is a goddamn idiot. So I'm kind of pissy right now. But besides being pissy, I'm also kind of happy because someone I haven't talked to in a long while talked to me. And it's like, hey! Por favor. So it kind of balances out in the end. Which is like the equivalent of saying, could be worse. Like that lady who has like the microphone and goes, wub dubba dubba, is that true? Which for some reason I often like imagining the roles being reversed, and it's the big beefy guy who's like, whoa, double, is that true? And it's hilarious. They should do that because it's kind of a okay. No, this is. I got the shotgun. That guy teleported, so we're gonna have to take care of him. Oh, his corpse teleported, but he himself did not, in fact, survive. Wait, there's 9 up here. There was even a freaking candle. No. Who wants to meet me by candlelight? I got 2 pizza coupons. The man says he has 2 pizza coupons. That's basically a golden ring right there, ladies. that point, saying no to a man is the equivalent of driving a dagger into his heart and leaving him by the wayside and pretending life is just fine, but then 10 to 20 years down the road, you're like, I killed a man in cold blood because he had a fucking pizza coupon. The fuck is wrong with me? Okay, that's kind of interesting. I've never seen anything that works like that before, so that's... Oh. Well, alright. If you're so inclined. Yeah, his reflex times are just normal. It's just that one time he fucked me up real good. You better not come in here. This is private property. I have the right to defend myself. And I have just the classic gun for shooting people away like a redneck. Why was there one barrel in that room? Why is there another one? And another one? And another one? I like how it just survived that. That's like the magic one. God, I hate this guy. I hate this guy so much. I'm not saying I can't, I just don't want to. This feels like a punchline and I'm the joke. I'm gonna cry in a corner for a couple of seconds. I'm being nice to someone. I'm trying to re-earn some brownie points that I've recently spent. I'm trying to re-earn some of that karma I've been spending. I spent some karma on shooing a couple of people out and I don't feel good about it, and so I'm trying to earn it back. Also, that I subjected you to that terrible impersonation, I realized there's a lot more nuance to the way that he presents himself than I was at first aware of, and I'm like, Also, I need keys, and I have none of them. Where are my keys? Is this gonna be like one small favor, and at the end he's like, here's just the fucking key rings, and never show up in my house ever again, thank you. Why is there lava on the space station? That's like the last thing you want on a space station, is a whole bunch of lava. Oh, there's the blue key. How do we get it? See, if you're lucky, you can only just keep them permanently locked in place. Oh. Wait, you couldn't see me. How did you detect me? These guys have some pretty sophisticated detectology. I want your detectometer, and I want it now. Also, holy shit, your accuracy is terrible. What's going on with you guys? Like, you can't seem to hit the broadside of a barn, which is like a pretty big target. Oh. Are we gonna be dealing with more big cacos? Oh, come on! Why no big cacos? Like, you have no idea how disappointed I am that there are no big Caco demons. If you want me to sum it up on a scale from 1 to disappointed, I'm disappointed. Just, come on. Come on, man. I like those big Caco demons. They were fun. They were kind of interesting. They were super tanky, and you just use them once and then sort of pretend they don't even exist anymore. I'm like, really? This is how you're going to treat this kind of cute little idea of like, oh, this monster turns into more monsters when you kill them. And you just kind of use it once, and then you're like, I guess I'm bored. Shit, fuck, god damn it. God damn it, I hate circle hurting. I also hate crescent moon hurting. But they're different problems with Well, sorry, sir, but it's not my fault you decided to get yourself smushed. I'm the man with the gun, not the man with the hammer. Only one. Last time it was two. Are they running out of supplies? Is the mighty Empire finally losing its edge? I would be quite surprised if they did. This looks so ominous that I'm surprised that I didn't just get blown up by an explosion. That was an easy secret. But we finally have a key! Oh. Fun little thing. You can actually one-shot them, if you're lucky. I don't think it's a guaranteed thing, but you might. You just might. To be fair, I am trying to be nice to someone who, generally speaking, has to put up with a whole bunch of bullshit, so do excuse me for trying to be nice to someone who really, really needs it. I understand that it's very unprofessional and you should make time for this kind of stuff, but I have very limited time today as a result of how today actually works out in the end. So, sorry, I'm trying to make the best of the time I have. I spent most of my morning doing things that were semi-important that I needed to take care of before I could do anything else. And after that, I just kind of got sucked up into a few things. It's only halfway through the day. I'll probably have some time to do other things that need doing as well. But I just thought I'd get everything out of the way as fast as possible. I still don't know what I want to do for my character. I'm thinking either Forge Cleric or Artificer, the one that recently got remade. But the remade Artificer is such hard support that I don't know. I just can't look at it and go, I want to do that. But on the other hand, I don't know. On one hand, I'm like, this could kind of work. On the other hand, I'm like, kind of like, It's just that the spell, like, you get only a couple of spells per day, and I'm like, you don't have anything after you run out of spells. Like, your character is built like a full caster, but you have the features of a half caster. No, wait. You're set up as if you're supposed to have full casting privileges, but you don't. I might just ask the GM if he could bump up the spell slots or something, because you really don't get the kind of, you have no endurance. You have those small little side... Here, let me get this straight. If you're an artillerist, you use your turrets once. That is one encounter. They last 10 minutes. You better get to the next encounter quickly. Then you have 7 slots or something at level 7. 4. Yeah, you have to freaking push it, man. You don't have time to waste. I think I might use this just so I can get rid of these guys pretty quick. To be honest, you guys are less obnoxious than actual pain elementals, despite, you know, being actual noxious gas. Yeah, I should probably talk to my GM, because this is like unearthed arcana stuff. It's not meant to be fully play-tested and ready to go. I really think that making them a half-caster, but like, they already... Like, here's the thing. They have a limited spell selection, so there's little flexibility. There's a lot of flexibility actually going on. But you're hard support. So giving you a couple of extra spell slots isn't going to break the freaking game open. You could give them more spell slots. Just condense it down a little bit. Give them something to throw around every once in a while. Because if you don't have any firepower, why limit them? It's not like they can heap up the disadvantage or anything. I don't know. Maybe it works better in play than it looks on paper, which, to be fair, has happened a few times with me so far. Oh, cool, we got the red key. In all of my complaining, I actually managed to solve a case. I feel like a Sherlock McHolmes. I cracked this case. And now we get to go through the Door Rouge, where an archvile awaits us to become fast friends. What an amazing man. Listen, I ain't Luke Skywalker. I don't need thin walk... Oh. Normally, I save that privilege for friends, but I figured you were in for a good chuckle on a hordle. Also, I had the gun out, so I was like, whatever. This is what you get for holding your map open when you're supposed to be looking around like an adult. Oh, cool, we have all the keys. Well, we have the conventional keys. There are still the skull keys to collect, which could be anywhere. Okay, this is yellow. I imagine it's going to be like a red door or a blue door right after this. Oh my god, they are just pulling out the fucking spark plugs, huh? I need to get some infighting going here. See, the problem with infighting in this motherfucker is that he's big and I am not. Yeah, kick his ass! I know, I just have a special little spot in my babyest of hearts. So it's better to get him to hit things, but since he usually destroys whatever he's shooting at, it's like, what do you want? god, why are you all like this? Yeah, kick his ass. Oh my god, I should... Oh my goodness. I'll see you when that fight's over, because that's just not interesting to look at. Like the weirdest part, let me just use this moment to talk about the Artificer. For some reason, you get 2 attacks, right? Like, you get the double attack feature that a lot of melee archetypes. You're not melee. You get medium armor and shields. It's like, it has this emphasis on melee, but you have nothing that actually gives you melee power. You know, it's like, well, technically speaking... Why did he look at me? Oh my fucking god! Why does he keep aiming for me? It's like whenever I rub my little snoot up against him, he's ready to kill my ass. Is, oh my god, why is the AI so weird? I think the AI being weird actually benefits Doom in a weird way, because if they were predictable, you could do so much more with this game that you really don't want to be able to do. But that was an annoying fight, and I hate it, and I want to kick whoever's idea that was in the butt. Why is there a teleporter here with 3 skull keys? Why is nothing telling me that I need the blue skull key to go in here? Did you even program them in? Yes. You don't even have to program them because they're base Doom elements. Okay, he was like the only one who came out there, so that's kind of annoying. Everyone else seemed to have taken up their sick day that day. Cool. I got some more... I'm up for some armor, I think. Would not complain. Well, heck, would you look at that? Something I want. There's a blue skull door. Okay, blue skull door, a gay. There's a lot of stuff going on. Fine, Geronimo. Okay, what are we looking at? We're looking at a whole bunch of imps. Also, yesterday's freebooters thing was kind of a bust. Mostly because it's always kind of annoying when the GM interprets certain activities that aren't, like, part of the base rules, and I'm like, come on, man! I understand where you're coming from, but that's why the rules are specific. No, I'm just gonna reload. Oh my god, why do I always have shit saves like this? But to be fair, it's because I don't see it coming, and it's, like, in a single encounter, and I try to avoid saves coming like that. Unless it's like a shitty encounter that I don't feel the mood for doing perfectly in one go. Even though probably good for my gamer skill if I took my Doom a bit serious, but yeah, I need to learn the rocket launcher just a bit better. I'm so close to actually using this thing without blowing my face up every 5 seconds. I just want to get closer. It's just, he's too far away. I can't do this like this. Did you just die? Yeah, I was kind of expecting. Surprisingly, I was expecting it. Did you know? I kind of saw you coming. I don't know how much HP you have because you're like something I'm completely not. I don't know why. He's kind of showed up multiple times by this point. Like he's not a new enemy on the block. He ain't hot news, as they say. But at the same time. I found a cool little document that apparently exists where they compile literally every bit of 3.5 content. It's awesome, and I love it. He died? He got killed by infighting. Are you kidding me? I didn't think he'd actually be weak enough to be killed by infighting by a bunch of imps. Could only get more humiliating if he got killed to death by infighting zombiemen. I don't know, the thing that gets me about the Artificer is he's hard support, but he doesn't actually have hard... He gets a couple of cantrips, but he has to pick between having utility and having attack abilities. But he doesn't have any attack abilities by basic, so you use melee attacks. But you don't want to use melee attacks because you already have cantrips. It doesn't seem to quite know what it wants you to actually do 90% of the time. Like, if your utility, you want to be in the back, but for some reason you have weapon attacks, but you also have cantrips, so technically speaking you would benefit from going out into combat. Oh. Oh, it's actual pain elementals, huh? How about we just make you go away? Wait. He didn't spawn anything? That doesn't make any sense at all. Normally they spawn something, you know, when they die. That's the whole reason that people hate pain elementals, is they... I just want to know who hurt you and why they told you to hurt me. Why did I stand still for that? Why did I not move? Brain, your head gets smart, your brain gets dumb. So much to see, so much to do, so what's wrong with taking the Backstreet Boys? Oh my god, just take out the regular shotgun, you idiot. Come on. They're in a line, use it. All we have to find now is the red key. I'll be ready, set to go. Get it red because ready. Are you ready, Freddy? I'm not ready, Freddy. But maybe if you believed and sparkled and all that kind of jazz, maybe we could collect the energy necessary to do it. Kapow! I love kicking in open doors. It makes me feel like an American. That was rude, man. He believed in you. He was trying to help you. We're gonna call a psychiatrist, but here we are. These must have opened now. This is like the time for them to open. Yep. And what a surprise. It's people I don't like. One more was alive, but I guess not. I need health. I have all the keys, and I know who's behind door number 1. I don't know why it fired again. I guess I must have touched my touchpad, and it was like, yeah, you touched it. You pushed the forbidden button. You've come a long way, young Padawan. This is not as long as some of the other elevators. Oh, wait, what? That's... Okay, let me just... Oh, that explains it. Who the hell are you? I don't need your life story. I just want to know who you are. Can you just kill me real fast? I was the... Oh, it's a chaos elemental. And also I turned my messages off at some point. Kapow! Okay, let's load. And let's make this fight happen. You don't look as impressive as your average... Oh, there we go. You're just bullshit, I guess. You're also bullshit that gets increasingly aggressive. And also apparently just decides to summon those things. Okay, fine. I don't know why you're giving me rockets. I don't think you're... Like, you're a floating enemy. You're a trash target for rockets. Let me point this out real fast. Rockets push enemies away. Wait. Wait just one gosh darn minute. Did he just spawn pain elementals on top of himself, which then exploded? Why are you like this? Why are you like this? Oh no, it's just enemies spawned in everywhere. It just happens to coincide with that. Fine. I'm just gonna run around a bit because I don't want to deal with this guy and all of his little buddies. And they don't seem to be on a set. They don't seem to be freshly spawned in. They seem to be pre-existing conditions of the map, so that we're not gonna have to deal with these guys forever. Which is fine. But why didn't you give me any armor though? This is usually the kind of map section where it's like, here's a big megasphere, go have some fun, kids. But instead you're just leaving me to be like, here's medipacks. You don't give a shit about those because they don't have extendability beyond the original energy they give you. But who cares? There are enemies spawning in, but I think those are mostly from pain elementals spawning in dubuses. There's something over there. I assume that it's now opened up some side rooms where I can pick up an actual piece of armor so I don't have to worry about my butt getting blown to smithereens. It's a soul sphere. Don't care about that too much, but I'll give you an A- for trying. I think everything is infighting at this point. Everyone is having a good old lark, hitting every... Okay, it's another... Why no armor? What is your problem with armor? You should generally speaking give someone... Like, where is it? I would be very surprised if I plucked this place clean and there's no mega armor or even green armor being provided for this encounter. Because it's like such a gimme, right? Like, it's a big boss fight, you give someone armor in a soul sphere and a couple of medipacks and you call it a day and go home and then just kind of phone in the rest of it. But they're not doing that important step of giving me armor. They gave me a lot of armor bonuses, I'll give them that much. That's probably the most I've ever seen given for an arena fight. I'm just gonna blow you up, you know, pain elementals. Like, you're making this ever less comfortable for every single person involved, and I don't know why you're doing this. There's a reason why there was originally a spawn cap on 21 lost souls per pain elemental for a pain elemental, and that reason is made abundantly clear by this whole freaking mess. Again, why would you give me rockets? This is not a rocket arena. It's too clumsy for rockets. Let me put it like this. If I shoot anything with rockets, it disperses everything else, so I can't use my rockets. Everything here floats! Well, I'm gonna let the pain elementals sort themselves out. There's really no reason for me to actually do anything, because everything can infight each other. I'm actually sure the boss died at some point. Oh no, there he is. I mean, I hadn't seen the boss's projectile, so it's like, the boss died, right? So we'll clean up some of these guys. I do want to get over you because you are kind of annoying, but... Oh my god, see that's why this kind of boss fight style kind of sucks. Because hell if you know what an airborne enemy is going to pull off on you. You never know. And not like in that you never shine if you don't glow kind of situation. I mean like you just don't know. Also, this guy has some movement speed. Jesus. How much health does a Chaos Elemental have? Now, that was a question I want an answer to. Probably won't get any because he's too fast and I can't measure my rockets or anything. I don't know how much damage he's already taken at this point. Yeah, he's affected by rockets. Don't do that. Could people stop making bosses that are or enemies that are affected by rocket knockback? I hate this system. I know that it's Newtonian physics, but it makes enemies just infinitely more frustrating to deal with in any situation that they're encountered. Like, there's a reason why I use the chain gun against them, or the shotgun if you happen to have an arena that supports it, or why I use the BFJ because, you know, you only get one. You only really get one. I'm just running around hoping for the situation to get as light as possible, and then I'll clean up the rest of it. you're not gonna... I'm gonna have to solve the rest of the boss myself, but I have plenty of shotgun shells and bullets to do that, so who cares? This boss seems intelligent enough because I don't think he's infought a lot. Or he has a low enough pain chance that he doesn't care about infighting. Because infighting is only really a valid strategy if the characters that are attacking each other can actually get a hit in. If they're just, you know, playfully pawing at each other's bellies, that's not going to help anyone. There's the armor I was looking for. It was in the middle of the arena, which you can't approach until you've waited a little bit for the boss to move out of the way, which he moves fast enough, and I guess that's kind of a fair stratagem. Don't forget to say stratagem, kids. This boss fight's annoying as all hell, and it's mostly because I'm not doing my work. And that's mostly because I think that Pain Elementals and Lost Souls are kind of a poor taste for any combat arena. I mean, Lost Souls are fine. It's Pain Elementals that kind of make that spoil the... Oh, cool, we got them in fighting. Even though his attacks are partially land-based, so he can only do so much. Now, since you're already infighting him, you're not going to be giving a shit when I decide to pelt your ass with a whole bunch of plasma. Okay, where's the fuck is your hitbox? See, this is why I use hit scan against these guys, because it just ain't worth it to try and figure out how the projectiles work. Your hitbox is way too tiny. Did you know there's a reason why Doom enemies that have a lot of health are pretty big? Like Hell Knights, Barons of Hell, Arachnotrons, the Spider Mastermind. There's a reason why they're big. And it's partially so that the BFG has a bit more grip on them. It's also partially because boss fights that are tiny are annoying. Which is kind of why I hate that Dusk boss fight. He just isn't fun because he's a tiny target, is completely different from every single boss in the game, and requires you to deal with him. Now, Cacodemons, they get away with it because they're just not a threat. They are so much not a threat, it's almost hilarious how they are only dangerous if the situation doesn't let you address them. Okay, so it is just... So he does have an attack that just spawns in... I mean, you could just make an attack that spawns in Lost Souls instead of spawning in a whole bunch of those guys, but don't let me tell you how to make a boss fight in a game that I know, oh, he can do it again. If it does it again, I'm going to have to, unfortunately... What the fuck is your hitbox, sir? Seriously, what is his hitbox? That was annoying, and I hate it. And I want whoever made that boss fight to feel bad about themselves, because I didn't like that. One tiny bit. Okay, that's kind of dumb, but sure. What the hell? Why is this area so much bigger? Whatever, that wasn't fun. I don't know why there's rockets here. Rockets are like the last thing you want to use in this boss fight, but it's like, here's rockets. Oh. Alright. Oh, that's cute. They kept the little ending thing. So, that wasn't great. I can kind of see why it stopped being, why it wasn't a Caco Award winner. I mean, listen, man, not to shoot you in the foot or nothing, but in my opinion, a Caco Award winner doesn't have like a weird escape sequence towards the end that comes out of nowhere. I mean, that's not the reason I'm giving it the bad points. I'm giving it the bad points for another reason, and that reason is, my goodness, that final boss fight is just terrible. And the antithesis of what I consider a good, fun, clean boss fight. That should not have been the final boss fight. Make the final one fun. Like, you could put that in somewhere, but don't put it in here. Also, this is a nice TIE Fighter model. I like it. I don't get why the space station is designed like this at all. Like, come on, man. At least keep the reality in check with that fucking whatever that is supposed to be when you run through it. Oh my goodness. Seriously, though. Why did it just chuck every bit of design philosophy out the window at the end? Just be like, congratulations, you beat the video game. I missed a secret, though. Although I don't know which one I missed. Oh, yeah, it was the Megasphere, so who cares? I assume that that over there is the trigger for the thing. It's got the makings of, wait, is that this? It has to be, because here's there's a voodoo doll. Yeah! Okay, It's a lot slower than I thought it was. Can I die if a voodoo explodes? He doesn't want to bro fist me. How rude of him.